After Alzheimer's, Parkinson's is the second most common neurodegenerative disorder in the world, afflicting some 10 million people. There is no cure. But as our 60 Minutes colleague Lesley Stahl discovered, some hardy patients are mounting an uphill battle to diminish its symptoms.
We were amazed at what we were seeing on a sweltering summer's day. When these people with Parkinson's disease began rock climbing on the Carter Rock Cliffs of Maryland. Yes, rock climbing. If you look at these cliffs, you can't imagine anyone could climb them. So you're not babying them.
No.
At all.
No, I definitely give tough love.
It's all part of their therapy, says Molly Kupka. She's the no-nonsense instructor.
Nice job.
Wow. And cheerleader for this community of courageous climbers.
That was so good. Good job.
Thank you.
There's a lot of balance involved, mobility involved, strength, cardio. And then there's the cognitive part where you have to look at the hold and figure out how to get your body to move to get to that hold.
Nice right hand there, John. Find any, yes, that looks like a good foot.
She started this program called Upending Parkinson's as a nonprofit 12 years ago. How often do they fall?
Because falling is definitely part of climbing. You're always on the rope.
Woo, there we go.
You fall, but you don't fall far. We always say if you're not falling, you're not trying hard enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They never really fall because they wear a harness that provides a layer of safety. There's no cure for Parkinson's, which usually affects mobility, coordination, balance, even speech.
I'm a 59-year-old retired cardiac anesthesiologist. About 12 years ago, I retired.
Because of Parkinson's?
Because of Parkinson's.
John Lesson was diagnosed in 2003. He was once an all-around athlete.
There you go.
Good job, Dad.
Very good.
His daughter Brittany watched his steady decline until he discovered climbing walls as high as 60 feet.
My dad has a hard time walking across the room, but he can make it to the top of this giant wall.
There you go. Come on, John. Keep those fingers on.
There's a lot that he's had to give up because of his disease, but this is something that he found through it, which is really cool.
Nice work.
Woo! Good work.
I get to the top and I feel like I've conquered something. And I feel like the wall can't beat me. I can beat the wall.
Good job.
Yeah, you and
Full disclosure, this story is very personal to me.
Are we ready?
My late husband, Aaron Latham, had Parkinson's
Just go.
and boxed as a way to fight the symptoms, as he explained on Sunday Morning in 2015. So what does boxing do for you?
Boxing is just the opposite of Parkinson's. Everything is designed, instead of to shrink you, everything's designed to pump you up.
He talked about how it makes you feel small, and when you can accomplish something like this, you feel big.
Right, it makes you feel very small. You make small movements, you're hunched over. This makes you feel like you can accomplish the world.
It was Lesson who first had that big idea to use rock climbing as a therapy for Parkinson's.
I wanted to do a big movement exercise, and I found Molly at this gym.
Lesson proposed the idea to Molly Kupka, who runs the Sport Rock Climbing Center in Alexandria, Virginia. She thought it was worth a try. One of the symptoms with Parkinson's is that you lose the ability to plan ahead. And that is so this sport. I mean, you have to plan where you're going to put your foot next or your hand next.
I wish I could go into the brain and see what's happening while people climb.
When I don't climb for some periods of time, I get worse.
Some people with Parkinson's, like Vivek Puri, get dyskinesia, involuntary jerking motions. Puri says he's usually unaware of his. He runs a home building company in the D.C. area and was only 38 when he found out he had Parkinson's. So what can't you do that you used to be able to do?
That I used to be able to do. Type.
Type?
Yes.
Oh, dexterity, of
Yes,
course.
exactly. Fine motor skills have kind of really suffered dramatically.
But once he gets on the wall... You called yourself Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, some people say I climb like a monkey, or I get my finger strength moving, which gets my fine motor skills, maybe not back, but kind of keeps that in motion.
I was watching Vivek, and his leg was kind of tremoring, and yet he could put it where he wanted to. Yeah. And that hand would go and confidently grab and have the strength to hold on when normally they were shaking.
Yeah.
There's no evidence climbing slows the progress of Parkinson's, but Kupka joined forces with Marymount University last year to study patients climbing for the first time.
Ready, set, go.
We have people literally walking and carrying weights, walking and looking, so multitasking.
The study found that, in so many words, if you climb, you may walk better. That was Mark DeMulder in those videos, a musician and former director of the National Geospatial Program. He doesn't need a study to prove what climbing does for him.
Keep looking for feet like that.
Yeah, Mark, good work.
It allows me to say, all right, take that, Parkinson's. I'm doing this. It just makes me feel stronger, and I don't know.
You're fighting it.
I'm fighting it. I'm doing something about it.
You're punching it in the face.
Yeah.
Good job. That was awesome.
Many of the climbers have become friends who climb together several times a week.
You did fabulous. You led the way, John.
And they become a support group, Parkinson's pals who encourage each other.
And I reach the top, I can turn around and look and wave and see my wife and my friends, and that's the reward. It's really wonderful.
And everybody's clapping,
and
saying, good job, Mark.
There's no real understanding of how these people can do this, but you can certainly understand why. It takes so many things that a lot of people with Parkinson's, you would think, could not do. That you can zip up that wall it's something to behold.
Thank you. I mean, it's something that
you get emotional.
It's nice to be good at something.